strained back. But he is all right and is starting tonight. Joe Crawford, Lou Grillo, and Bernie Fryer are the officials. And the opening tip, and it'll be Bulls possession to start the game.
And then right there, Chicago third at right around 15.5 a game.
Good matchup right here. Van Horn against Kukoc, and Keith Van Horn, who's been in bed the last 10 on the shot clock. And here is Pippen working against Gill. Pippen has a height advantage on Kendall Gill. Rodman misses the offensive rebound, and it's last touched by the Bulls.
The matchup of Gatling and Rodman. This is Rodman can overpower Gatling on the glass.
Here is Van Horn.
Oh, yes.
He nails a two-point basket. The Bulls 6-1 early on. Ron Harper inside the arc misses. Rodman tries to tap it in, and Kerry Kittles, the very impressive second-year guard, comes out with the rebound. Here's Van Horn, and he finally misses, but Kittles comes up with it. Kerry Kittles, who's one of the top three-point shooters inside the arc, coming into this series. Kukoc uses a screen from Pippen.
Now, if you notice, the Nets are switching all over.
1 second on the shot clock. Rodman gives it to Pippen, and Scottie Pippen gives the Bulls their first basket.
Since I've been in the league, I've never seen a guy average 7 offensive rebounds a game.
Michael Jordan with a spectacular move inside, but couldn't convert it. Here's Gatling working against Coach, and Kerry Kittles finds Gill, and you can see the athleticism of the New Jersey Nets early on.
The 1, 2, and 3 positions are very quick.
Here is Kukoc going around Gatling, and getting a piece of it was Kendall Gill. A fine defensive play by Gill on Kukoc. And here is Kerry Kittles with a great sweeping lay-in.
Here, and he shoots a good solid percentage. A whip it in the open floor.
Remember, the Bulls are playing without Luke Longley, who will probably not play in this series, as Michael Jordan. Jordan guarded by Kittles. And the Nets will put several different players on Jordan tonight. Good feed that time by Michael to Ron Harper.
Well, if you notice, the early entry right now is working in New Jersey's favor. Now it comes down to shot selection. Can they maintain a solid shot selection?
Injury, but the man John Calipari said who got us here gets his first points of the game. Jordan over Kittles hits. So Michael Jordan now.
Yourself up for quick hit, pass, and cut action.
Jordan is guarding Kittles, and he's going to have his work cut out defensively. Gatling goes in and is tipped up and in by Jason Williams. He didn't start, but he came in pretty quickly. Here is Tony Kukoc popping out. And Jason Williams, it's tapped in.
Next dead ball, we'll see Keith Van Horn.
All right, Craig, thank you very much. Here's Gatling, and he cannot convert on the good pass by Cassell. Here's a 3-on-1 break for the Bulls. Here's Ron Harper stuffing it through, and the Bulls
within 3 to 4 seconds.
The New Jersey Nets, who lost all 4 games to the Bulls in the regular season, and Jason Williams
to play behind because he feels that's when you're playing into the hands of the Bulls.
Van Horn. Now Gill and Kendall Gill going baseline. Gill to 6'3", but a very important cog in this New Jersey Net effort this year. The Nets by 4. Van Horn coming out to meet Kukoc, and he hits a 3.
It's out on the floor. He has not been involved in, a great deal of the offensive maneuvering.
Here's Ron Harper on a feed from Kukoc in the 9, and he was questionable as to whether he'd start. Van Horn misses a 3. Jordan the rebound, and a 4-on-3 for the Bulls. Kukoc finds Harper, and Harper off to a great start. Now has 11 personal fouls. Michael Jordan up and under over Harris, and the rebound by Van Horn. Here's Sherman Douglas ahead to Harris, and Harris stops and misses the jumper.
That's tough to do. As soon as you come into the game, you have to sit in for that entire quarter.
For Scottie Pippen, it's a lot different. He's first quarter, but you're right. Harris couldn't even get acclimated before he put it up there. Gill working against Scottie Pippen, slices in and gets the basket. Kendall Gill, 9 are the leading scorers for the Bulls. Not much from Michael so far. 5 points. He lost possession, but Pippen is there. 6 on the shot clock.
Nice.
And Harper goes right around Kendall Gill. Inbound, and he's got Douglas. Time running down. Randy Brown now guarding Sherman Douglas. And Douglas fires it up, and the basket counts. Sherman Douglas giving the New Jersey Nets up. So Phil Jackson thinks he'll get mileage from the veteran guard against the Nets in this opening series.
Pretty fake.
Pippen with the basket. Scottie with 11.
They're getting mismatches, and the Bulls are taking advantage of it. That was a pretty ball fake by Scottie Pippen.
Here's Van Horn going inside, and Van Horn beating Burrell with a little more than 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Burrell, give and go to Pippen, basket counts and a foul. And
anytime that the Bulls put the ball into the post, the guy in the corner is going baseline. That is automatic. When the ball goes into the post, you got to hold that guy up. Outstanding foul shooter. He helps on the boards and is probably his best position, Dick, a small forward.
Michael Jordan back in the game. Scottie Pippen goes out having scored 14. Jordan will shoot over Kittles and hit. So Michael Jordan, a very quiet 8 points.
But Dick, the amount of time that he's played in center position against some really great ball players, and he's executed well.
Here's Simpkins guarded by Gatling. Kerr off the screen, and Kerr misses. The rebound by Harris, and the Bulls get back defensively. Douglas going against Simpkins. Feeds Gatling. Great play by Sherman Douglas. Rodman looking for the cutter. This is the triangle offense. Michael Jordan working now against Kendall Gill and gets the reverse layup. It'll be Kerry Kittles, Kendall Gill. Bulls lead by 2, 40-38. They led by 4 at the end of the first quarter. There's a play that's been working all game. 3:01 remaining in this first half. The Chicago Bulls in front, and Simpkins, and Dickie Simpkins with 5 off the bench. Try to outscore you, and that has to be New Jersey's strategy. Cassell backing his way in with a lay-in.
Also refereeing. He's their 4th guy out there.
Very versatile performer.
I don't say so.
Tony Kukoc working his way in. Game 2 Sunday here at the United Center. Game 3 will be Wednesday at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Gill finding Cycli, and Cycli gets the basket and the foul.
Right back down inside. Now just watch, it's a beautiful return. Now once Cycli comes up in here, all right, now, from my angle, I thought that he picked up his pivot foot.
Sherman Douglas, the point guard, with Gill, Van Horn, Cycli, and Harris. Gill going strong, lays it in. Very good move to the hoop by Kendall Gill.
Anytime that the Nets keep their dribble, they've been able to get down inside.
Steal by Gill. Great Kukoc committing the foul, a 2-shot foul. You're the better referee tonight. Can I be your third?
Now, that's just a great move by Kendall Gill. And I want to bring it out about Kendall tonight because he is where he is supposed to be in all their defensive sets.
As a weapon offensively has come in for Randy Brown in the offense-defense substitution by Phil Jackson. And they're going to call Gill for the push on Jordan. That'll be 3 now. A couple of years ago. 52-49 with a minute going by. Here's Jordan trying to get Kittles in more foul trouble, and his turnaround. How often have we seen Kukoc will inbound? Pippen is guarded by Gill. Jordan gets free, and he's fouled.
That was just a beautiful screen on the opposite side, bringing Michael.
Fear of the Bulls, and using fear in the sporting term. They're professionals, of course, but they know they're going to keep shooting and keep firing away, and they're a high-scoring team.
Nice.
Gill to Gatling. And it was Gill with the assist, Gatling with his 9th point. Remember,
keep an eye on Gill, breaking the defense down. Now you see as Kukoc moves over, as well as Harper, beautiful drop-off.
But you're right about Kittles. They need his 17.2, and right now, he's mired in foul trouble, trying to be careful defensively and has only 4. Michael Jordan, sensing that, gets the open jumper, establishing a double-digit lead. Biggest lead for the Bulls has been 7. They've got it right now. Had it once earlier. Jason Williams telling Kittles to shoot it as the clock went down. Williams finds the ball, feeds Gatling, and Gatling beating Rodman. And I'd have to say,
like Jason Williams did. I have never seen that since 1973. Okay, that's a ton of offensive boards.
That's 7 offensive boards he has already today. Kukoc, with his second 3-point basket, he went down. Unable to get the lay-in once again. Kukoc tries another 3. And Jason Williams trying to fight for the offensive rebound and wins it. What a great hustle play. And Kendall Gill lays it in.
Wow, what a finish.
Scottie Pippen just getting up now. And Michael Jordan pulls up for the jumper and hits.
He just stepped right up in here. Now just keep an eye on this now. Now you're going to see Pippen slip right down inside. You can see he's right there. Little pain where? We have no idea. Now this is just good hustle by Jason Williams, and then an incredible ending by Kendall Gill.
And Harper's foul is his 3rd. 5:20 remaining, and Scottie Pippen intercepting that careless pass. Pippen going strong to the basket in the lay-in. Pippen now with 19 points, and he has 8 or 9 days. And for a veteran team, that's money in the bank. Kukoc goes into Jordan. He's open and backs it in. Michael Jordan now with 24 out there. Doesn't matter who the other three are. 6 on the shot clock. Jordan guarded by Gill. Jordan trying to make the move against Kendall Gill. Steve Kerr into the game. Kerr and Jordan with Wennington, Pippen and Rodman. Jordan fouled as he spins his way in the lane.
Shooting 41%, Chicago 50, the Nets 10 offensive rebounds.
And Michael Jordan did not take a breather at the end of the third or the start of the fourth. And Jordan is fouled by Sherman Douglas. Tongue-in-cheek, I might add. Michael Jordan playing all but 3 minutes of the game. And here is Sherman Douglas tipped up and in by Ronnie Cycli.
And try to put a little damper on the Michael Jordan game right now.
Scott Burrell came on big in the second half of the year. Kittles is guarding him. Steve Kerr trying to get position, and an off-balance jumper off the glass for Kerr. And 5 on the shot clock now. Kittles with the ball in his hands, guarded by Jordan. Fires it up, and Wennington gets the rebound.
Oh, look up, look up.
Here's Michael Jordan. He'll get it, and will get the foul as well. And Kerry Kittles committing another one.
You have Douglas on the floor hobbling. Kittles is struggling with his game.
Douglas with a reverse layup.
And then you force it and make something happen.
Douglas getting it into Jason Williams, guarded by Dickie Simpkins. The double and a deflection by Burrell for that. 6 on the shot clock, so the Nets are going to have to hurry. Kerry Kittles with the tip now by Williams. Jason Williams tips it in. They haven't been in the playoffs, this Net organization, for 4 years. Down by only 8 points. That is an amazing start.
Pretty
a screen and roll from Douglas to Jason Williams.
Now this is your screen and roll right here. You can see Jason Williams did not hold the screen. He made the bump and made the move.
It's on the bench, so he's back along with Ron Harper. Sherman Douglas going to the baseline. Gill fighting his way in. Gatling, big Chris Gatling with the basket, and it's 78-74. A 10-0 run now by the Nets.
Well, you can see they are taking the ball off the dribble. They're breaking the bull down, and they are so athletic.
Coach,
Come on!
I've never seen them more together. Defending with Simpkins, Harper, Jordan, Kukoc, and Pippen. And there is Gatling with a spin move on the baseline over Kukoc. And Gatling now with 15 out on March the 27th. Made the All-Star team. Sounds like a high school guy making All-Star team. Selected Sherman Douglas with a 2. And the lead now, Chicago leading by only 2. Harper looking for Simpkins. And Kukoc. Gatling and a deflection. Michael Jordan fires it up at the buzzer, and the shot clock expires.
A great defensive play by Kendall Gill, who came to the aid of the defender who was beaten on that jump shot move. Kendall came and got a piece of that shot, Dick.
Kendall Gill, a defensive hero in the clinching game against Detroit against Grant Hill. The Nets on a 14-2 run can tie the game with 4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Gatling working against Kukoc, and he gets free and ties the game. Gatling ties it at 80.
Now just keep an eye on Gatling. See, he's done the spin move on 2 occasions. That time he just takes Kukoc strong. Now he's got it all. Time extended, it increases your passing angle.
3 minutes, 35 seconds to go, and 9 on the shot clock for the Bulls, up by 1. And Harper bobbled the pass. He was wide open. Kukoc with 1 second on the clock. It's a huge 3-point basket.
Because of the lower back problem that he has. But that was an excellent choice to go to Kukoc. Kukoc.
And that puts pressure on the Nets offense to come back with something. Here is Gatling, and Chris Gatling hits the jumper. What a big fourth quarter he's had. Rodman, Pippen, and Kukoc in the lineup.
Now New Jersey has 3 fulls, Chicago 3 fulls. Both teams shooting the penalty.
Here's Jordan working against Kittles on the turnaround. Michael Jordan now with 31 points. How he got it.
This is just, he's played strong. You see Kittles is right on him. The next foul on Kittles is out of there. You would like to have seen Kittles
here in game number 1. New Jersey 9 of 14. Shooting here in the fourth quarter. Here is Kendall Gill. Tied up and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Well, the free throw could have tied the game, so the Bulls still lead by 1 with under 2 minutes remaining. Michael Jordan and the rebound, 18.
It's a 2-man game.
In the first quarter, Douglas looking for Gatling, guarded by Rodman. Gatling has 9 of the last 12 points, and Chris Gatling gives the Nets the lead by 1. 80. Scottie Pippen guarded by Kendall Gill with 10 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Jordan posting up, wants the ball against Kittles, who has 5 fouls. Michael Jordan fouled, and let's see who'll get it. The switch. Kendall Gill guarded by Pippen. Under a minute remaining and 10 on the shot clock. Here is Gatling, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. 15 on the shot clock. You're watching the game clock. Fourth quarter. The Nets lead by 1. Michael Jordan going to the basket, and Jordan goes in, and he's fouled. Kittles, Williams, and Gatling in there. They get it out to Kerry Kittles. Kittles goes up with a shot. No good. Batted away with 13.2. Could be riding right here with 6.3 seconds in riding. Kukoc fires it up and misses. And we're going to overtime. Very nearly in the fourth quarter comeback.
Very spirited, very courageous, and we've beaten it a little bit with Van Horn and Cassell, but we're talking about 40 points.
Here is Gatling, and it's blocked by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan blocked Chris Gatling on a great defensive play.
They have an advantage.
And here is Pippen, and he misses the lay-in.
His elbow. Now keep an eye. They front. Gatling catches. Now watch Jordan come right in the middle of your picture, right there. Clean block. Definitely has been taken advantage of by Jason Williams.
Here's Kerry Kittles, and one of the Bulls got a piece of that one.
You have to pay attention now to Simpkins. You cannot say, hey, Rodman's out of the game, so everything's going to be easy.
Kukoc going to the basket, and Harper with 9 on the shot clock. And Ron Harper misses, but Scottie Pippen is there to tip it in.
Bringing him to the ball side. They have Pippen guarding Gatling now.
8 on the shot clock, and the double team on Gatling. Here is Sherman Douglas, and Kerry Kittles lays it in for the tying basket. Big games, especially overtime.
They're bringing Michael into the post now.
Kukoc to Pippen, knocked away by Kerry Kittles. It's a 4-on-2 break. Kittles will go in for the shot. Jason Williams with his 11th offensive rebound. Incredible. Broken thumb. They didn't know if he could play. Gatling with a turnaround, doesn't make it. And Scottie Pippen calls a timeout before he lost his footing. One has it right now, fires away and misses, and Douglas the rebound as we get close to 1 minute remaining. New Jersey and Chicago each with 2 timeouts left. Bulls also have a 20, and each team with 1 foul to give. Kerr is guarding Douglas. Here's Gatling again in a familiar spot, where he has done big damage in the fourth quarter. Kittles has it knocked away by Michael Jordan. Basket and a foul. Michael Jordan can give the Bulls a 3-point lead to time.
Just watch as Michael gambles right there. You know, before he retired and went to baseball, he was always 1, 2, or 3 in the league in steals. Now you can see Gill, he didn't get him early enough. You know, you got to get him early where you can get the hand out of there.
And this quick play.
This is just a great gamble by Michael. Kittles left it right out there. But before this play, a good defensive play by Scottie Pippen on Chris Gatling to force him to pass the ball out. Now, as a give.
And here is Kendall Gill, blocked by Pippen.
Great block. Great block.
And the Bulls want a timeout, and they don't call. They don't get it. Now,
with the clincher for you. Now he's measuring him right here. Now just look at this anticipation. Clean block as you can get a three.
it is now still a one-possession game.
All right, you got to get it up now.
Down 96-93. They have not made a three-point basket tonight.
Switch on every ball cross.
Sherman Douglas fires up a three. It's short, and the Bulls are going to win it in overtime.